speak about Be Bettina. It's my debut. It's my first
Yay
show.
for Be Bettina.
And I thank you so much for being here, JC.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
He's a wonderful fashionista, and I really love people who can talk fashion, think fashion, know fashion and want to be around fashion. That's just my thing. Or anything beautiful. I mean, there are a list of other things that I love and have passion for, and I'm going to talk about on the show. But I want to introduce the show Be Bettina. It's going to be basically, the format is going to be promoting and assisting lots of people in Las Vegas to become well known to the public and get interviewed about their store, their makeup business, their entertaining business, their catering business, interior design business, anything to do with food, entertainment, or fashion. I'm all about that. I'm right there. So it's really fun to be here and be able to talk about things that I love. And the backdrop, I wanted to let you know.
Yes. I think you have a fan.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. What's your cat's name?
A fan.
I love black cats. This is a cool cat. What's your cat's name?
Nala. She has her own show.
Hey, Nala. But at any rate, the backdrop here, this is Mary Katranzu, one of my favorite designers of all time. And I wanted to speak about her because all the big designers have been known for Versace, Dior, Bill Blass, all the big designers in my era, my grandmother's era, and current right now, Jacobs, right, are great. But Mary Katranzu is just one of my personal favorites. She does bright, colorful things. These three garments aren't particularly that colorful, but her style is actually, she became well known for her prints. She does really amazing things with prints and experimenting with different fabrics and how the print looks different on different kinds of fabrics. She won Best Designer of the World, I guess, award. I don't know what it was called a couple of years back. And so she's extremely well known, and her dresses and tops go for, her outfits go for several thousand a piece.
I'm pretty sure.
And I just love her as far as a high fashion designer and inspiration because she does break the mold. She goes way beyond things that anyone ever thought about. So I'm just all inspired by I'm a big fan, and my hero, Mary Katranzu. Also, I wanted to, I guess, let you know a little about my background because this is my first show. I am a clothing designer for 35 years. And I went to Los Angeles to the FIDM, Fashion Institute of Design.
I went to the same school,
so
yeah.
JC, he was really right there with me. We were like, that's why we think alike, probably in some ways, because we have that fashion design background from school. And I got my experience in Los Angeles. All my 20s and 30s, I worked as a clothing designer, an assistant designer, pattern maker, production pattern maker, and so forth. And the job that I always wanted the most was the design job. So as I worked to get to the point where I could be a designer for companies, there was a lot of interesting stories along the way, and very unusual stuff that happened in the garment business. And I can't wait to start telling the stories of the roaring 80s and 90s in the garment industry in Los Angeles.
I love the 80s and 90s.
And all the things that happened. They say that the magic show this last year I went, and they said that the 80s are coming back. And I couldn't believe it because the big hair, the big earrings, well, I got my big earrings tonight, but I was like, no problem. I'm right there. I've lived it. So when you get old enough, you really know it firsthand, and there's going to be no problem working with getting into the shoulder pads again or getting into whatever the new take on it is, because it won't be an exact identical of the 80s, no way, but it'll be an inspiration from little parts of it, I'm sure, and I'm excited about reliving parts of it, which were really fun. So that's my background. When I first moved here 17 years ago, I moved to Las Vegas. I did do some designing in children's wear. I got in 3 stores, Bellini's, Dagerman's, and Little Divas, and within a year and a half, all 3 of them closed in 2008, which was unfortunate because of the economy tanking. And I really was a little disappointed because of all the work that you put through. When you create something and you make the first samples and all the run of the sizes and you execute everything for the first time, that's the hardest part. Really, it's cranking, a big gear very, very, very slowly to get the ball rolling. So the hardest part was done, and I just put everything in a big suitcase, zipped it up, and said, you know what, I guess I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. Although I really loved it. And the special occasion dresses I did for the little girls and stuff were fun and very rich and satisfying experience, even though it was short lived. But at any rate, um, right now, what I want to do is be a person who helps the community and gets to know all the different designers around our city and helps let them have a little voice so that they can speak out and have a place where they can talk about their products and their concepts and their intentions for the future and what they project. They're projecting into the future for their goals of their company. There are a lot of really interesting parts of Las Vegas. For instance, we have some of the best entertainment in the world, and we have a lot of the best custom design people who are here also. We have Klein, Epstein, and Parker, excuse me, Klein, Epstein, and Parker, who are wonderful, and we're going to be interviewing their people at their company, as well as they're moving. They have a big news. I mean, they're getting a new location. I really shouldn't say because it's still top secret, but they're going to be in a huge facility and brand new level for them. And there are lots of others. Brooks Brothers does custom. I mean, they're custom companies, but anyway. And also, thanks, Maria. And also, let's see, there are a lot of stores in town that just don't get the recognition. They've been around for a long time. Camille Flawless over in the Venetian. She's been around a long time. Do you know who that is? Camille Flawless?
No,
she started out with these painted dresses.
Oh wow.
And they're like hand painted on this lace and beaded up, but they're really very well done for what they are. They're very unusual. Sure. I mean, she created something special because it's lasted for a lot of years. I was just over at the store the other day. I saw it. And there's that same dress, but it doesn't look old yet. I mean, she's just got a great item. And she's gotten into shoes. She puts all these rhinestones on the bottom of the shoes, on the arch. Yeah. So when you walk, you get a lot of flash and bling. Anyway, I'm excited about her collections going out right now. And Renee Tyler, the plus size resource, new designer who's moved to the Venetian also, and is going to be selling her gorgeous evening wear, some designed by herself, some by others, but she has a really nice collection in store. Renee Tyler, as well as David Topaz, of course, our biggest designer of all in Las Vegas. The one designer who's actually come from Las Vegas, I believe. Only there's been him so far, making it to the Fashion Week and doing the Market Week, Fashion Week every year, in New York and Seattle, Atlanta, LA. Oh, wow. He does the whole gamut, the whole circuit. So David Topaz, hopefully he'll be on our show, and or we'll just speak about his stuff because he has a beautiful collection. Every season it gets a little better and better, and it's beautiful. So I want to share about him.
Yeah, his collections are so amazing. I love it.
Yeah, he's really good, and he's so caring and thoughtful too. He actually is a good person for our community in terms of he created the Las Vegas Fashion Design Council, which is a really great gathering that it was happening once a month for I think for 3 years solid, and then the last couple of years it's kind of tapered off and been sporadic, but I think he is still doing it. I don't know. I've gone to a few, and I really love the Las Vegas Fashion Design Council. It's a great place for designers to be able to launch their collections, their first collections maybe, and stores to show their work. He has a nice little catwalk in his atelier, his beautiful design studio. And it's a lot of fun when you get the community involved, and all the local photographers or up and coming photographers get a chance to do nice photography and promote themselves as well with the up and coming designers. Let's see.
Bettina.
I love. Are we all ready to go? Okay, and also want to speak about.
We're gonna go on break on the second segment.
Okay, right now.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go on a break. We're going to the second segment, and
We'll be right
we'll
back.
speak about everything in a few minutes. We'll be right back.